Before we start working with a color, we need to understand a few things about the chemistry first. When you walk into a store to buy dye, you're normally faced with two choices on the shelf. One box of dye says cold and the other box says hot. But very few of us know exactly what that means. When they investigated the chemistry and they were developing the dyes, they discovered that there were two trends. One trend meant that the dye needed to be boiled for it to be color fast, so they called it hot. The other trend showed that the dye did not need to be boiled for it to be color fast, so they called it cold. Now, although this seems completely logical, the optimum temperature of a cold water dye is 65 to 70 degrees. Just to give you some sort of an idea, the highest setting on your geyser is 70 degrees. That is steaming hot. What happens when you walk into the store and you buy a box of hot water dye? The person who buys the hot dye is buying for reliability. They will go home and boil the dye on the stove. Having gone to such lengths, they expect the dye to be very, very color fast. The reality is that the cold dye's chemistry is far more robust, and a cold dye will stay color fast after many more washes than what a hot dye will. The person who buys the cold dye, on the other hand, is very often in a hurry and buying for convenience. This means that they seldom read the directions when they get home. They'll take the dye, throw it into a pot of cold water, and expect it to work for them. Can you understand why there are so many people who've had bad experiences when working with dye?